Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Break the Barriers leadership call today. Welcome to our call. We're excited to have you here, whether you're watching live or watching the recording. So we're excited to have you guys here. And we're going to listen to Cindy Roberts, who is our leader for the week, who she's just going to give us some awesome training. Sorry, we have a little guest crying here. The biggest announcements that I have is I talked to Brittany. So Keyshawn left. Obviously, you guys heard about that from corporate. And Brittany is replaced Keyshawn. And so I work with Brittany now. And it was cool because they have 4-star diamond calls and no one came. So I got to talk to her one-on-one for a little while yesterday. But so we went over the elite report and where we're at for elite. And I know you guys know we've been working for elite the last couple of years with our team, and this year we are the closest that we've ever been. Like, we are so right there, really close. Like, we're definitely gonna hit premier, but elite is like just right there. So she's like, we just need to help develop more diamonds on the team. And so anyway, to do that, we're going to help our teams grow their teams, and this is the perfect time to get to diamond and above before the New Year's rush. So we're going to be doing the webinars on Thursday nights. Well, it's going to change. I'm going to change up the times to see when people can come. But the goal here is, I'm going to start doing some webinars, but then any of you guys, if you want to take my webinar outline, I've been doing a training from this awesome webinar guy to get ideas on webinars. And so if you want to take it and run with it, I can help you to do it with your own teams. I think the most important thing with webinars is you definitely want to be positioned as a leader and help your coaches see you as a leader and help them, invite people and be a part of it. So I don't want to be like the main one, like, okay, this is Shannon and her story. Like, I want to help you guys with your teams and grow your teams too. So anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing. And the other thing Brittany said too is to make sure to share the coaching opportunity at least twice a week. Like, share something on our social media about what we're doing as a coach. So I know a lot of us have been tagging each other, and the workout posts are good. She's like, yeah, workout posts are okay, but that's kind of like more of like the basic level of a coach, like just starting out as a coach. And we want to show that we're working out, but we definitely want to show, she said, talk about how we mentor other coaches, how we have a team, our success as a coach, like showing, snapshots. Like, it was kind of cool yesterday. Patrick and we went through our bank statements, and I forgot how much I made at my job, but I didn't really make that much. I mean, at the time I thought I was like doing pretty good, but I wasn't really doing that good, like making that much. And I was spending a lot of, time away from family and then putting money to daycare and everything. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do a post on this. Like, this is awesome, So thinking of ways you can show your progress as a coach, whether it's financial or physical, and teaching your coaches to do the same thing. I think our team is really good at showing like we're working out and our fitness and that stuff. But that's not going to make like our long-term income residual or building a legacy. Like, that's going to be more short-term, is focusing on the fitness. And, there's, like she talked about, like there's lots of different, parts of our business. Like, there's the fitness side, there's the retail side, there's the discount coaches side, there's the business. So we need all parts of it. But if we want to really grow like a long-term income, we got to step it up on talking more about what we're doing. She's like, a lot of people probably don't even know we mentor people. A lot of people don't even know we're, looking for coaches, things like that. And so anyway, we just had a really good talk, and I just thought I would share that to you guys. So we're going to start those webinars this week, and we have a max of 100 people that we can join. And then, like I say, if you guys want to do the same thing, you're welcome to use my webinar platform. I can help you do the same thing with your teams. And I know when I started doing webinars, like I was barely a diamond coach, like didn't know what I was doing. And that helped me to really grow our team and to get it going. So anyway, kind of a long announcement, but I say let's do this. We can totally get there and help our teams grow. And I think the most important thing is You know, we want to help people physically, but we want to help our coaches to get paychecks, and we want to help our coaches to hang in there and to not quit because they're not, you know, earning an income. And I think that's important. So with that, I'm going to turn the call over to Cindy. I'm so excited to hear about Cindy. She's going to, she is a rock star at helping her coach hit Success Club. And so she asked me what she could talk about. And I said, let's hear how you helped your coach earn Success Club, because that's really important. So she's going to share, you know, you guys know a little bit about her, but maybe share a little intro and then jump into the training. So thanks, Cindy.
Thank you, Shannon. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, and we're going to go from the beginning here. Okay, there we go. All right, so a little bit about me. I've been a Beachbody coach for about 1.5 years and just barely figuring out how to be a leader. I've led a lot of other different organizations and groups and things, but this is a little different than what I've ever done before. Okay, get that off of there. So this has been a journey for me, and I'm excited to share it with you and to figure it out along with everybody else. Okay, thumbs up if you guys can still see my screen. Okay, good. Because I've got a message, your sharing is paused. I don't know what that's for. So if it doesn't flip, let me know. So I'm excited to share this with you. It's still new to me and trying to figure things out. I even asked Shayla, my coach that's really moving, what I did, because I'm not sure what I did to help her. So this is some of the things that she told me, and then just as I was thinking about the process, some of the wording that I used or the things that I said to help her figure out how to get to Success Club. Okay, this is where I'm having issues because it says it's all paused. Now how do I get it unpaused? Oh, bother. Technology and me is not a good combination. Okay, so we're going to go back and share again. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Didn't work. Well, maybe we won't. Can you, okay, somebody unmute you and tell me whether you can see that or not.
We could see it before. So it was good what you did right before.
Okay.
There's a little share screen button at the very bottom.
Right. I do that and it comes up funny. Okay. I'll get it. Okay, so there we go. We'll just go this way and I won't change it. Okay,
yeah, that
so
looks good.
Maybe. Anyway, so the biggest thing that really helped my coach and helped me to work with her was to do the one-on-one weekly calls. When I started talking to Shayla, we were kind of all over the place and trying to figure things out, and it wasn't until I said, okay, so what is your why, and why do you want to be a coach, and why do you want to earn money? And then she got down to her why and just what motivated her and what she needed to do to accomplish her goals. So once I've helped her figure out what her goals were and her why of being a coach, we set up the expectations to reach that goal. So we put her goals into money format. So what does it mean? You want to pay for your Shakeology. Okay, so that's $100 that you need to earn. So what does that mean? How many challenge packs does that mean? Well, at least 3, because depending upon if it's the $40 or the $50 challenge packs, you want to make sure you shoot above where you want to be. So the goal was, okay, so that's 3 challenge packs. And then how many people is it going to take you to talk to get those 3 challenge packs? And the the stats are 1 out of every 10 people will say yes. So we figured that she needed to talk to at least 30 people. Did it really take 30 people? No, it didn't. But it, as she goes along, it will, because she's running out of her warm market. So as we talked about it, one of the things that I did, I said, okay, so this is how many people you need to talk to this week. And do you have that many people, or who's on your list that you're going to talk to? And so she would give me names, and then she would say, or I'd ask her, okay, so tell me about these people. What are they interested in? What are they struggling with? Or what is their activity level? Are they in your free challenge, or are they, where are they at? How have you talked to them? Have they responded to your posts? And then we would talk about how to approach them, what scripts to use, how to word things so that we weren't being salesy, but we were sharing and giving solutions. One of the things that I find that I'm good at is that I like to give solutions. So if somebody says, well, here's this problem, oh, well, this is what you can do to help that. Especially with the eating. Well, 21 Day Fix has the perfect eating plan. It's easy, it's simple, you can follow it really fast, and it doesn't take a whole lot of change in your normal activities. So if you can find what those people are struggling with and you know your products, you can give the benefits and the solutions there. And those are just easy share things instead of salesy. But I helped her keep track of the different contacts. I would ask her to write down those names and what contacts she's had with them. And then, like I said, talk to her about the scripts or the wording to use. And then to find more information on people or who to contact. She did a post about her weight loss, about her 48 pounds that she lost. And then my recognition post about her progress. So I asked her, so did you go back and take a look at the comments on your post and on my post, and what did people say? What were they saying? And come to find out, there were several that says, I want to know what you're doing, that you're doing awesome, wish I could do that, or things like that. And I said, those are clues for you to follow up on. Those are who you need to go back and contact. Plus those people that liked your post, you can send them a message and say, thanks so much for liking my post. It really helps to have people in my corner and knowing that there's people out there supporting me. It keeps me motivated to keep working on my goals. Would you like to know more about what I'm doing? Or ask a question, what caught your eye about my post? So you're offering them recognition for recognizing your post, and then telling them something that was beneficial from their liking or commenting on your post, and then asking them a question to see what their interest is. And I actually did that on my post, 2 posts that had huge results. And I got back some very interesting comments. Some, I'm just there to encourage you. Okay, fine. Or yeah, I really would like to know. Okay, well, here's what I'm doing. So that's a really great way to find more people to contact and to reach out to that. And then there's also the personal contacts, her friends and family. And then I told her about the 3 by 3 by 3 rule. So you're going to meet 3 new people, you're going to engage with 3 people, and then you're going to invite 3 people. And the invite can be anything from your free challenge to your email list to a recipe to an actual paid challenge. And there's another rule, I forgot to write that in there, but it takes 7 to 10 touches or communications or connections before someone will feel confident enough with you to take action. So not only do you need to find 1 out of every 10 that will say yes, but with that 1, you need to have those 7 touches or 7 communications or interactions with. So that hopefully that 3 by 3 rule helps. And then I know it helped Shayla because she said, oh, so I only have to do 3. Yeah, that's all, just 3. And then with Carl Deichler's National Wake Up Call last week, where he issued the challenge of 3 a day, it fit right along with that 3 by 3 by 3 rule. So when we had our conversation later in the week after that call, she said, I noticed that he only said 3. And I said, yeah, 3 is the rule. And then the biggest thing that I have found is give encouragement and recognition. And you need to know your coaches. You need to know how do they respond? How do they know that you care about them? That's why the 5 love languages that we talked about a couple of weeks ago was really good. And the color test that you can do with Beachbody is good, so that you know how to recognize them and how they can tell that you are interested in them. One of the biggest things that I would always try to do in my conversations with Shayla is say, wow, awesome, you're doing great, you can do this. So it was a big push on encouragement and telling her that she can do it. So, and then the recognition is big too. So when you're talking to your coaches about goals, make sure that you use the SMART formula. You got to be specific, make it measurable, make it attainable, relevant, and then time bound. And I like this quote by Bill Copeland: the trouble with not having a goal is that you can spend your life running up and down the field and never score. And I feel that's me a lot of the times, is I'm just running all over the place, but it's not until I put things real specific, real measurable, real attainable, relevant, and I have time on it, a time limit, that I really, when I do those things, those 5 things, then I know that I get things done a whole lot better, and my results are better. And that was what I noticed with Shayla, was that we made very specific goals. How many people do you need to contact this week? How many conversations are you going to have? What are you going to do with your new coach? Excuse me, because she has a coach underneath her now that's starting to move forward. So I was asking her, so how are you going to help this coach? What specific goal are you going to help this coach do? And then one of the other things that I've been reading in the Slide Edge is that time is important. It may not seem like your everyday actions are getting you anywhere, but in the end, because of the compound effect and continuously doing those mundane activities every day, you are going to see success. In my personal post this morning, I talked about how my sides were killing me. Well, they weren't hurting yesterday after I did my dirty 30, but today they're hurting. So obviously time is on my side, saying, okay, this is really happening. This is really going to work. So those are the things that I have been using, and I will go back and reuse, because, you know, this was a learning thing for myself. So any other input or suggestions or ideas that you guys have? We have quite a bit of time, so go ahead, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we can come back to here. And if anybody has any input or anything that you guys have seen has helped your coaches, go ahead. Jump on in.
Hey, Cindy, this is Shannon.
Yeah.
Awesome training. I think you're doing awesome at leading your team, and I loved all the tips. That was perfect. So good job.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, I think like you say, like the most important thing with your coaches is to really know where they're going and then how to get there. Because, you know, a lot of times people like have these big dreams and goals, but then they don't know how to get there specifically. And so if we teach them how to get there, then it makes it more possible, and then, you know, gives them confidence that they can actually do it. I think another big thing is, you know, they say like 1 out of 10 coaches is actually going to really go for it. And so, you know, if you're like, oh man, I don't have any coaches like going for it or anything like that, then we need to recruit more coaches. And that was a big thing I learned last year. I was talking to Brigida Linford, who's amazing, and she was like, you need to add more coaches to your team, because, you know, there's going to be a lot of coaches that won't do anything, but then there's going to be coaches that will. And so it's more like, 1 out of 10 that are actually going to go for it. And I think it gets smaller. Like this other coach, who was saying like 1 out of 6 of her coaches are doing it now because they're seeing more people that are actually doing it. So as you help more people reach their goals, then more people are like, oh, I can do it too. How do I do it? And it kind of catches within your team. So anyway, there's a couple of tidbits.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
I appreciate that. Anybody else?
Hey, Cindy. That's all great information. I mean, I definitely think that is kind of the structure to help somebody. You know what I mean? Like going through what you did there is exactly perfect. And that's what you see the most results out of. One of the things that I noted to myself as I was writing down the notes is that, you know, all of the things that you have said are things that, you know, we kind of know, but, you know, we don't always follow through with, you know, getting that information out to our coaches. Like, it's like we just kind of know them and we don't transfer that information. You know what I mean? So like we kind of just take them for granted and kind of assume that everybody knows that these are the steps, and like making sure that the person that you are training, you know, that you reiterate that, hey, people are going to do what you do. So if you do what, you know what I mean, if you do this, then your coaches will follow suit and do the same thing. So I think that that's pretty important. So yeah, thank you for all of that information. One of the things that I have been doing with my group, especially since I kind of fell off the face of the earth there for a while, is I'm kind of giving everybody a fresh start, as you know, in our group, where I'm saying, hey guys, it's all right. Let's regroup. Let's start over again from the beginning. There's nothing wrong with going back and going, all right, what are your goals? What's your why? Even if someone has been kind of trying or whatnot, there's a good chance that a person's why and their goals and things have changed since the first time you touched them. So you can even use this with coaches that you have had in the past that maybe you weren't doing anything, where you reach out and say, hey, you know, I'm trying this new thing and we're doing a fresh start. Would you be interested? And then you can basically start over with those that are interested. And I'm seeing a pretty good response from that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to add. But basically, yes, doing everything that you're doing there is definitely what I think is going to help people. I just wanted to add that you can re-engage people by letting them know it's okay to start over. You know what I mean? I think sometimes people are like, oh, I failed. You know what I mean? I haven't done it. It didn't work in the past. Giving that permission to just start fresh.
Great, thank you. I appreciate that. Because I think that is important to let people know that they can start where they're at. And that's where we want to do, is to start where you're at. Because there's another gal that I'm working with that, like you said, has been doing things or just hanging in there. And I keep telling her, okay, whenever you're ready. She's working really hard on her own personal fitness, and other family and life things are happening right now. But she keeps saying, I'm trying, I'll get there. And I just keep reassuring her, it's okay. Now is not the time, so maybe next week, or is it the next week? So don't worry about that time frame, but when you are ready, we can move and we can do things. So
right. And I'm trying to reiterate a lot with people. Yeah, if you can't do everything, do something. You know what I mean? Because I'm proof of that even if you aren't, you know, obviously the quicker you do things and the more you do, the quicker you're going to get there. But I'm proof that if you just don't give up, like if you do something every day, you know what I mean? Or even, you know, even if you end up taking a break, which isn't optimal, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, that you can get there if you don't give up and you try to stay consistent with at least something, you know, like even if you're not, you know, doing all the things, if you do one thing a day, that's better than nothing. You know what I mean? Like if the person has that desire to go. So right. So, and I think in helping our coaches get to Success Club, they need to know that it's not as hard as they think it is. And helping them to feel comfortable getting on the phone with their prospects and doing a goal setting session. Because as I was talking to several different people, the product sells itself. And one of the gals that I just signed up a couple of weeks ago, she says, Cindy, but you're being very successful, but I'm not a salesperson. And I said,
Well, what you do is the way I'm selling is by improving myself and putting it out there and showing people that I can be successful. And in doing that, they can be successful too. So that it's not as hard or as scary as people think it is. Because there's that fear that I'm going to be salesy. No, you're just sharing and showing people that you can be successful, and so can they. So if you make it easy and not so scary, then I think they're easier to go and talk to people. So any other ideas or tips out there?
It's Shannon again.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I agree, especially with, well, a lot of the comments, great comments. First of all, going to Trisha's, like the fresh start thing. I think it's really good to reach out to your coaches, like even once a month, and invite them to a fresh start kind of a thing. So I'll reach out to coaches like every month, and every month they're not ready, but I just keep reaching out. And the other thing that does is that keeps them at least on Shakeology. So, I'll say, okay, no problem, but how are you doing on your health and fitness goals? What can I do to help you with that? And then, how is Shakeology going every day? And I'll just kind of ask them about that and just keep them going on that. So, because the worst thing that you want to have happen is, if a coach isn't ready, you don't want them to quit. You don't want to lose them. And so just helping them stay at least on Shakeology, at least working on their health and fitness goals. And then when they start getting results, then I'll say, well, you're doing awesome on your results. Are you ready to start sharing your story? And then they've gained a little bit more confidence, and they're like, okay, well, yeah, I think I'm ready. And so anyway, but I love the fresh start idea that Trisha talked about, and that's really good just to even do like once a month. The other thing that you talked about is helping them gain confidence that they can do it. That is huge because, and especially with rank advancement, I know this is the biggest thing we need more confidence with is, adding more coaches to our team and moving up in rank. Like as a coach moves up in rank, I mean, there have been coaches on our team as they moved up in rank and started earning weekly team bonus checks. Like that's when a coach is more likely to stick with it. Like even if they're just earning like $100 extra a month in team bonuses, like they're more likely to stick with it. And so helping coaches gain confidence in that and catch the vision of, okay, yeah, I want to help you get your product paid for, but I want to help you earn a weekly paycheck. I want to help you earn, a regular paycheck, and this is how we're going to do it. And this is, giving them confidence in that. So anyway, yeah, I love this discussion. Great job. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anything else? Well,
one more thing that I've been running into a lot, Cindy, is that fear of, I don't want to be salesy, you know what I mean, and whatnot. And what I've been telling people to do is to really tap into, and you hear all the other successful coaches are saying it. You think about yourself, like if you go see a good movie and it's really good, you know what I mean? Like you recommend that to somebody. Well, we have that same thing. So looking at it from that perspective, and then also the other side of that is, if I think about what my life would be like today, if the opportunity hadn't come my way, you know what I mean? Like I think about that and I'm like, I don't like that vision that I see, you know what I mean? And so thinking of it from the perspective of it as doing a disservice by not inviting people to this, that's, can kind of give somebody a fire, that you want them to be able to experience what you have. And by not offering it to them, you risk more than by, offering it and potentially having the person be like, well, no, but at least you tried, you know what I mean? At least, you did something to try and help them live that life. So.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I like that. Go ahead, Shannon.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say that was really good. I think that a lot of people are more scared. Like I listened to this thing on fear last night. It was really good from Amy Porterfield. And she talked about, like, if she let her fears overtake her, then she wouldn't do anything. I can't remember exactly all the things she said, but that was the gist of what I got. And you know, a lot of times people are so scared of what other people are going to think, and what if they, you know, I mean, like, what is the worst thing that someone's going to do to you? Like, unfriend you on Facebook? Like, you know, like, I don't really care, you know, like, and like, I loved Trisha's video that she did on, you know, the slight edge analysis, like, at your funeral, you know, like, at the end of the day, like, the people that are really going for it, like, you know, they're making the most impact in the world than the people that are hiding because they're so scared of what everyone's going to say. And so, you know, Bob said one time, he was like, you know, what if someone didn't ask me about using P90X? What if someone was scared to ask me about the coaching opportunity? Where would my life be? And that really hit me, because I would encourage people, like, I say this every day to people, potential coaches and coaches, like, well, what if it changes their life? Like, what if they're a better person? What if they change their life financially? What if they can stay home and do something they love instead of going to a job they hate every day? Like, what if they get in the best shape of their life? Like, what if the positive instead of what if the negative? Like, I would rather have, like, one person unfriend me for posting something and then, you know, make a big impact with, like, 50 people saying how awesome it was, and, like, 1 or 2 people unfriending me. Like, really, like, the people that, like, you know, maybe have a negative response, like, they're not people you really want in your life, sorry, but, like, I would rather have positive people, like, in my life than those people that are, like, downers, like, you know, putting me down for whatever all the time. So anyway, that's just my two cents on that.
And it's a good 2 cents. Go ahead, Tricia.
Just, I agree. I mean, it definitely is, it's huge, you know what I mean? Like, cause it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Like, and I've even had people, you know, people that I feel like are close to me, they're like, you know what, I'm going to be honest and I don't really want to do it. And you know what, it's not that they hate me now. They're just like, yeah, I'm just not interested. And we move on and nothing changed, you know what I mean? It's not like that invitation is going to wreck your relationship with somebody. And then with a lot of us, a lot of these people, we don't know anyway. You know what I mean? They've come to us from somewhere. And if they do grow into an amazing relationship, then that's great. And if not, then that's okay too. But, like, I think of, I mean, even just if we look at our group and you think about, okay, because somebody invited us and we invited someone else, we become this tight-knit group that supports each other. And I would give that over the rejection that I've gotten over and over and over, you know what I mean? So I think that's just, and it's hard. It is hard, you know what I mean? Like, I agree 100% that it's hard to get your mind on the other side of that to say it's okay, especially because I think most of us are kind of people pleasers where we want to be liked, you know what I mean? We're like, hey, we're trying to do good and we want this to be great. And when someone rejects you, it is hard, but the benefits outweigh the negatives. Like, when I get a message from a coach or a person that I've helped or whatever, like, that makes your day, you know what I mean? You're like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so if it takes 10 no's to get to that one person, then that's great. Bring on the no's so that you can have a plethora of these amazing messages of people that have changed their lives and become your friend and family, you know? So.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, okay. Anything else? Last comments? If not, okay, go ahead, Shannon.
Oh, I always have a last comment. Yeah, I mean, like, guys, like, I think the biggest thing is, like, you know, there are people out there that want this. And, like, the further I go along as a coach, the more I'm like, yeah, we need to tell more people about this. Like, this is huge. Like, whether it's physically or financially or whatever. Like, I know I talked to Brittany, my mentor, you know, the other day, and she's like, okay, you pretty much, you know, reached a lot of the goals that you want to hit. Like, what are your goals now? And I'm like, I'm setting higher goals. Like, we got to go higher. We got to help more people. And, like, you know, the thing is, like, I don't know, it's just so awesome to be able to, you know, feel good again, to, you know, even, like, I just had a baby 3 weeks ago. Like, I feel awesome. Like, I feel way better than I ever did after my other 2 kids. Like, with my other 2 kids, I would be, like, laying on the couch, like, watching TV and just eating ice cream all day and like not caring about anything and just feeling blah and tired and feeling poor me because I have to go to work. Like, this is awesome. Like, I get to stay home. I'm feeling good. Like, I'm getting, I'm going to get in shape again. Like, we have an awesome team. We have an awesome support group. Like, we have to share this with people. And I think that's the most important thing. Like, we can do all these how-tos and trainings, but we got to get out of our own way and we just got to share it with people because it's awesome.
Thank you. That is so true. So, and on that note, I can't add anything else. So we'll just close the training. How does that sound?
Thanks, Cindy. That was awesome.
Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.